Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Sometimes we bring over the streams from the spaces to YouTube, and me and man like Thomas, who's in the title, we had this argument actually on a Twitter space, but we wanted to kind of expand on the argument and kind of just unpack this whole situation. Shout out to Ariam. Unpack this whole situation regarding Europa League next season, because it's gonna be a whoa situation, as you can see from the absolutely unbelievable thumbnail that Vel made. So it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be incredible. So here's the thing, guys. Me and him completely disagree. It's just as per usual. I struggle to find like what things we actually agree on in life other than Henderson's crap, but it is what it is. Everyone watching us right now or on the replay, there's already 70-80 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Slap that like button, subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. Big up to everyone for their unbelievable support in the month of May. Thank you guys so much. And as you guys know, we're going to be continuing, inshallah, throughout the summer, all of that. Don't think that just because football ended, this channel ends. We're here, inshallah. We're going to talk transfers, going to talk all of that. So stay tuned. Make sure you slap the like button, guys. Make sure you subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now, please like the video. Please subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. And of course, the man that needs no introduction, please don't wish him happy birthday, because it's not his birthday. Let's give him a break for one day. Joining us on the channel is the man, the myth, the legend, the Jordan Henderson of This is Football, ever present. Tom Little, how you doing, man?
You're going so well until the Jordan Henderson part. I'm at least a James Milner. I'm at least a James Milner.
Is that it? Is that what you want?
I'd say James Milner. James Milner. He's much better than Henderson.
Fair enough. You know what? I'm not even gonna argue that. Can you imagine James Milner actually played left back for a whole year, Tom? Like,
James Milner got the Champions League assist record from left back.
That's absolutely unbelievable. Sometimes I think about that and I'm like, how on earth does James Milner actually have?
We got top 4 with him at left back.
Unbelievable, man.
We rocked up to a Champions League final with a midfield 3 of Henderson, Wijnaldum and Milner against Modric, Casemiro, Kroos in their pomp. And then we brought on Adam Lallana as well. Let's not forget.
Do you think if we went back to that final and made Liverpool beat Real Madrid, that all these results wouldn't have happened the following year?
Oh, you know what? I think what would have happened is we would have then, that thing that was like, we could have done the Invincible Centurions, whatever, the next year in the Prem. I think we wouldn't have won the Champions League that year. We would have done that, and then we would have just fell off a cliff a little bit because it doesn't get better than what we could have achieved. So it's push comes to shove, innit? I don't think we make the same signs, though.
Imagine we kept Karius after that final. And then we went signed Ederson or something.
Just watch Alisson go to Chelsea and we get Kepa.
Oh God, Kepa is Balaga. We would have said that's a good signing as well. That's the sad part. But anyway, guys, 100 people in here. Husam x Tom Little. You already know the vibes. It's gonna be arguments. It's gonna be all of that. I'm sure me and this bozo are gonna work together 500 times across the summer. So you're gonna see us a lot. With this specific background, because I am punishing every single person who called me negative. And let me just say one thing, right? To Ali and all the people who watched my George Schmatka stream. You were all there in the comment section. Husam, he's not a yes man. He's here to blah, 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 blah. And now suddenly he's going to be here short term. So once again, when I psychoanalyze, guys, I use logic. I'm here for logical conversations. Hold that, Ali. And everyone who tried to deny that George Schmatka is just there for no reason whatsoever. Anyway, slap the like button, subscribe to the channel, Habibis, and let's get this party started. So, the title. Let's explain the title. Me and Tom got into an argument over spaces. It was actually a solid debate regarding the Europa League next season. I'm going to put up a poll after we kind of present our argument, speak on it at the end of the stream. I just want to get you guys' opinions. And don't make up your opinion now, because Tom's going to present a strong argument. I'm going to present a strong argument. So just wait, to kind of hear us out on this whole Europa League thing. Does the Europa League actually matter? Does it not matter? What could we use it for? Who should be playing in it? And, let's just get into it. Thomas Little, present your case to the people, the panel, the witnesses currently in the comment section. Why do you? By the way, this is on I don't think the Europa League doesn't matter. Tom wants us to win it, so go on, Tom.
I sit there and I look at the Europa. My belief is that Liverpool Football Club should be winning trophies every single season. Every single season, we should be winning at least one trophy. As such, I look at pedigree of trophies, and it's not a Champions League, but Europa League is still a big trophy. It's still a decent trophy to win at the end of the day, and it's more European heritage. And I sit there and I look at this club, I look at these players, and I back us to go far in the Champions League every year. If we should be making it far in the Champions League, we should be winning the Europa League. And I think that going far in the Europa League and winning the Europa League could also be beneficial to a sustained title challenge in the Premier League, because whenever we do well in our Premier League title challenges, it's because we're getting momentum from the midweek games. So I look at the Europa League and I look at that as a winnable competition. We don't have to play the starters week in, week out in it. I've seen the pot. There's a Lithuanian team in there. I forgot that was even a country. But no, there's a Lithuanian team in there. We can play the kids for the entirety of the group stage, maybe even the first knockout round. And then once we actually start getting the big teams, we pull out the big players for these games, get the job done. It's a trophy at the end of the day. And we sit there and clown on United, on Arsenal, on all these teams that have ended up playing in the Europa League in the last couple of years for not being able to get over the line. Let's live up to that. Let's get over the line, get ourselves back in the Champions League, and do it with a trophy at the end of it. 100%. That's the way I see it. I think you've got to be winning trophies every year in the Europa League, European trophy. We don't need to commit starting players week in, week out on it. 100% a trophy that we should win, especially since going into it we will be the unanimous favourites.
So there's been something I've been searching up. Let me just put it up before we even get to the arguing part. Hello, Thomas Little. This is the competition that you want us to win. West Ham, Liverpool. Look at the coefficient, by the way, 123. Roma, Ajax, Villarreal, Leverkusen, Sporting, Slavia Prague. Oh, it gets better. AC, PSV, Olympiacos, Betis, Monaco, Ferencvaros, Karabakh, Slovan Bratislava, Molde, Brighton, Ludogorets, Sheriff Tiraspol, Union SG, Antwerp, Freiburg, Zoria. Oh, let's get to pot 4. Bate Borisov, Astana, Sturm Graz, Toulouse, Zalgiris, Vilnius, Dnipro 1, TSC Bakatopolo from Serbia. This is the competition that Mr. Tom Little wants us to win. And this is my argument that I pretend that I say to the people. I don't think Europa League pushes your momentum. Also, this argument stems from something even outside this whole argument. I think for us next season, it's Premier League or bust. I'm trying to win the Premier League, and for me, it ain't no excuses. I'm done with all this excuses crap. Klopp this, FSG this. I couldn't care less. Next season, we must win. Khalas, done. I am sick and tired of this whole finish second. Oh, we challenged. Oh, we're Liverpool. Let's all hug. Let's all kiss Henderson's ass. And let's all, oh my God, Captain Fantastic. Fuck off. I've had it up to a year now. I'm done. We need to win the English Premier League. And if we don't take the Europa League seriously, by definition, I have a strong starting 11 every single week for 38 Premier League games. It's the truth.
But then again, like I said at the start, you look at that. Go pull up that pot 4 again. Go read me some of them teams and tell me you're going to need Mo Salah for them. You're going to need Van Dijk, Konate, Thiago, Fabinho, McAllister, Diaz. You're not going to need any of the starters for those games. You can go and play a Bajcetic, a Jones, an Elliott, a Tsimikas, a Calvin Ramsey, a Kelleher. You can play all these second stringers and still get the job done, and then wait until you get to the quarters when you'll play either a team that's dropped down from the Champions League or someone from Pot 1 who's a decent side, or maybe even AC Milan, they're in Pot 2. There are some decent sides in this tournament. That's when you start. You still actually don't need to play a full start 11. I actually don't want to see Alisson in the
Can I ask you the question I asked you on Spaces here?
Mm-hmm.
Name your starting 11 in the group stage.
Can I remember? Kelleher.
This is
Calvin
group
Ramsey.
Stage.
Kelleher, Calvin Ramsey. Gomez. Whatever centre back we sign, because I think we might even sign 2 now. So one of the centre backs that we sign, if we sign multiple. Tsimikas, although I think he might leave. So whoever at left back, I don't really care. Like this is how it rate the group stages. Bajcetic, Jones, Elliott on the right. You can probably fit Carvalho in the middle somewhere if you need him. Nunez can play, get him some confidence. Maybe we even want to start another attacker and bring it and take him off with 30 to go for another bench play. Just the shitters basically. The ones who don't really play your cup team, your Carabao Cup.
Okay, I have no problem with that.
I can't.
Let me ask you that same hypothetical I asked you on Spaces.
Mm-hmm.
It's February. It's March time, Thomas Little. Mm-hmm. I'm in a title race with Man City. Let's assume, for the sake of argument, I'm 4 points ahead or whatever, 1 point ahead. I'm 3 points behind. It doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. We're taking on Sevilla in the quarterfinals of the Europa League. What's your team against Sevilla in the Europa League?
Kelleher, Trent, Canate, Van Dijk, the left centre back that we sign, either Inacio or Van der Veen, Fabinho, Thiago, probably Mount or someone like that. Maybe even Carvalho or Bajcetic can get another game. Jones maybe, for that third spot. I'm not playing Salah yet. I'll probably play Diaz, Nunez, Jota.
You said Salah on the space. Why you changed the other answer?
Oh yeah, if you want me to play Salah, I'll play Salah.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Chombe, thank you for the super chat. And this relates to how I'm about to dunk on this guy's head top right now. It is not a failure if we don't win the Europa League. It's a failure if we don't win the Premier League. And what he just said, if I see Mo Salah, Virgil van Dijk, Thiago Alcantara with a Europa League patch on their Liverpool shirt in a title race, we have beyond messed up. And I'll tell you the difference between us and Arsenal, because you're about to get dunked on. This is the difference between us and Arsenal. If I am behind Arsenal, if I'm in a title race against City, and I'm in the position Arsenal was in, I win the league. So I know for a fact, if we won Thursday night football, we win that league. So why should I go and take that competition seriously, risk injury on a Thursday night against teams that are absolutely, when they see that Liverpool shirt against them, they want to prove themselves. They're going to go all out. They're going to play extra. They're going to give extra effort. They're going to do too much, basically. Why should I risk injury against that team to go and lose the Premier League the following Saturday, Sunday?
Because A, there's no guarantee you're going to lose the Premier League the following Saturday or Sunday. B, it could very much help momentum. You've got to consider the fact that I'm just going to paint everyone the picture of what I was talking about.
Why you keep mentioning Arsenal, though? We're so much different.
I never said Arsenal then.
You say momentum.
I said, let me paint because I'm on about momentum.
Like, if you're Arsenal, it matters, but I've already before.
The most important thing in title race is momentum. That's what I believe. The most important thing in a title race is momentum. Making sure that whatever the competition, whatever the way, you are winning games. And for me, the Europa League is a good chance to build momentum without necessarily needing to play all the starters. When the thing is, that lineup that you said, my quarterfinal lineup, was when you said, what team are we up against? Sevilla. Was it? Your Europa League heritage, a top Europa League side. I don't want to go out to them. I want to win this competition. So you know what, Husam? I'll play them, and then guess what? We see how the land lies after leg one. If we've absolutely snotted them leg one, guess what? Stefan, come back in. Tsimikas, come back in. Canati, ride the bench.
You want
If
Mo
I
Salah
could
to
end
actually
these
wear the
ties,
Europa League patch.
yes, I do, because guess what, Husam? Every single player who has played for Liverpool this season is responsible for us being in this competition, so they can wear that badge, they can wear that patch,
If
and they
we
can
play
wear it.
two teams, though, by definition, if we play the second team throughout the Europa League, the second team momentum won't affect the first team, and vice versa.
Again, though, Husam, it's not necessarily that. Do you remember how when we won the Carabao Cup, we got momentum from that? Even though the majority of the games that we won, fucking Takumi Minamino was starting, and we started Kai Gordon in the semi-final. Like,
yes, we did
it's
away
not,
at
it's not about the players. It's about the atmosphere around the club. So the club gets momentum from winning in these other competitions. And your point about, I don't want to see Alisson, Salah, Van Dijk wearing the patches. They all played this year. They all fucked up at points this year. They are all the reason why we're in this competition. They should wear the fucking patches, and they should wear it with pride, and they should go out there and win this competition to make up for the shit show that they put us through this season. It's no one else's fault that we are not getting Champions League this year, but our own.
Correct.
That's the matter of fact. So then these
That does
players
not
have to
mean
own
that they
that.
make Salah play on Thursday night, though.
If I'm playing Mo Salah to win games, and I want to win the
What is the true essence in you thinking this competition is important? Is it because you just want a European trophy, like, or what? Because let us remember, Tom, the context here is we are in a title race. So there really is bigger fish to fry.
100% there is. But I don't believe a Europa League campaign would negatively impact us in the same way that it negatively impacts an Arsenal.
Why?
Because this squad has been there, done it. They have the experience, they have the know-how. They know how to manage these big games, they know how to manage these big occasions. And also, we have better depth than they do. When I say I want to see Canati start, that doesn't mean if fucking Joe Gomez starts alongside Van Dijk, I'm going to be sitting there going, oh, it's a disgrace, it's this, it's that, wow, wow, wow. Whereas with Arsenal, they have to start Rob Holding. Fuck me, you think the world's burning down. So I back our depth to help us see through in that competition. At the end of the day, we sit there every single year going into the Champions League. We sit there every single year going into the Champions League saying we can go on and win this. We can go on and make a deep run in this Champions League, semi-finals, final, whatever. We should be winning this Europa League then. Stone cold matter of fact in my eyes, we should be winning this Europa League. Trophies.
The same depth that lost 3-0 to Brighton, 3-0 to Wolves, 2-1 to Brighton.
That weren't the depth.
Brighton are a Europa League team. That's the level.
In what depth from the Wolves? Wolves was the centre back stuff, so I agree.
Yes, Matip and Gomez.
Which is also why I'm not playing Matip and Gomez against the Wolves. I'm playing them against the Dnipro 1. Dnipro -1 or whatever they're called.
If we are in a title race and Virgil van Dijk gets injured in the Europa League, you would hate yourself for the rest of your life, Tom, if we ended up losing that league title, and you know it.
It's a risk I've got to take. Because, Sam, this is where me and you differ, isn't it? For once, I'm the more negative one. I don't see us winning the league next year. I expect us to have a strong title challenge, but I don't see us winning the league next year. So with that being my thing, I have to go and win what I can win, and I know that we can win the Europa League. This football club has European heritage. This football club rocked up 3-0 down against fucking Barcelona with Xherdan Shaqiri just off a fucking hair transplant and beat them 4-0 with fucking shitters out in that lineup. James Milner left back. For Christ's sake, this team doesn't need its starters week in, week out to get the job done. This team knows how to get it done. So I'm sitting there going, we need to win stuff. I'm sick of being the bridesmaid. I'm sick of leaving seasons going, our best achievement was a second place finish, Champions League football. I want to look back on seasons and have a trophy. I want to sit back and go, look at that, we won this.
I want a trophy too, the Prem trophy.
I would love the Premier League trophy, but I'm not going to sacrifice the Europa League without a guarantee that I'm going to get the Premier League trophy, because it's a guarantee. In my eyes, we play our team, we play the way we play. We guarantee win that Europa League, because there is absolutely no one better than us unless Real Madrid decide to fucking drop into the Europa League to take the piss. That's it. That's the only team.
Listen, I'm going to debunk your logic in a second. You're the best team in Europa. Should win it. Get UCL football. Don't take it seriously first half, second half of the season. It'll help with momentum. This is my thing, Felipe. Like, this season, you watch Arsenal. I'm going to use them as an example now. You watch Arsenal. Saliba goes down with an injury. They end up losing the league because they've got to play Rob Holding. I look at our centre backs. I would genuinely like not be able to live with myself if Virgil van Dijk gets injured against Karabag or against Sevilla or against Sporting or against anyone. If they get injured on a Thursday night, and then we end up getting screwed in the Premier League because we wanted to take the Europa League seriously. My thing is, look, here's the thing, guys. Let's all cut the crap
Isn't
here
that a
of
risk though in the Champions League as well, though, Husam?
No, but in the Champions League, it's in the Champions League is different because it's worth the risk. You're telling me, Husam, would you risk it for Megan Fox versus would you risk it for random Twitter girl? I'd risk it for Megan Fox. I ain't trying to risk it for random Twitter girl.
No, but again, we sit there and we say, "Oh, I'll risk it for the Champions League." Yes, I've got no guarantee of winning the Champions League either, but we've got a good chance to. 100%, we've got a good chance to, but we've got no guarantee. If we were, Husam, do you think we will win the Europa League next year if we take it seriously?
Absolutely, we steamroll that competition.
So then I'm more than happy.
Unless Madrid drop down from the Champions League.
Exactly. That is the only way we do not win the Europa League. So I sit there then.
But that's if we take it 100% serious, like 100%.
Again, when I say taking it seriously, I just mean starting to play more players, get to the round of 16. I genuinely think I've got a chance of getting the starting lineup for the Europa League group stage. Like,
we could actually play Shamrock Rovers. You know how sad that is?
Yeah, like that. This is the thing. I don't really mind about who plays in the group stage. If you get me, like I don't care.
Shamrock Rovers.
It's when we get to the later knockout rounds where we can play. Like, who do you reckon might drop down? Like a Newcastle or United might drop down from the Champions League. They finish third. I want to beat them.
The only time I want to take the Europa seriously is if we play Man United. That's when I want to dunk on their ass.
Or if like an Italian side drops down, like a Roma or a Lazio or someone, I want to take it seriously then. I want to play but I'm not saying we have to play them both legs because this team has shown me in the past they have the capability to blow teams away. So let's say we go and win the first leg away 4-1. I don't need to see Mo Salah starting again. I don't need to see Konate starting again. But when I say take it seriously, I just mean go in there with the intention of winning. Not like, I'm not saying you said it, because I don't think you have this mentality, even though you might, say it when you're annoyed. I don't think we should throw away this trophy because I think it is a big boost to our season. I think it's a big boost to our season because let's put it this way, Husam. If we look back at next season and we don't win the title and we threw away the Europa League, we're going to look back on that as a completely failed thing, aren't we? Complete failure from top to bottom.
If we don't win anything?
If we don't win anything.
Yeah, 100% it's a failure.
If we don't win the Premier League but win the Europa League, is it still a failure? Probably, yeah. But do we have something positive to look back on and go, right, okay, at least we've done something this year. At least we've got something to hold on to. At least we've got another European trophy to add to our heritage. That's better for me because I don't believe, again, it's where we differ. You expect us to win the league next year, don't you? Your expectation is for us to win the Premier League next year. We have to win it.
We have to.
And you said a very bold claim about what you would do with the manager if we don't win it.
Let's not go there now.
Oh, no, Husam, you want to press me, I'll press you. What happens if we don't win the Premier League next year, Husam? What are you doing with Jurgen Klopp?
I think we've failed. Fully.
No. That was my question, Husam. If we don't win the Premier League next year, what's your stance on Jurgen Klopp?
I'd look at the manager market and reassess if someone else can take us forward.
Wow, this is a complete wow. In the space, you said, if we don't win the Premier League, I'm Jurgen Klopp out. That's what you said?
Okay, let's get into that. And because this is what I want to speak on now, right? Because here's the thing. When it comes to this whole situation with the Premier League, and this is actually, you know what, we actually should have started with this. That's probably my bad. We should have started with is it Premier League or bust first before we kind of caveated into Europa. I don't care about completing the set because it's just an ego boost for your guys. You complete the set, we have to win the league, forget challenging. This is my thing, right? Because we have to take a step back now. We're talking about Europa when we don't even agree on point one. By the way, guys, there's 250 people watching. We ain't even on 100 likes yet. Yalla, slap the like button. Big up David, Emily, Felipe, and Chonbe. We're about to run through the super chats, but make sure you slap the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Let me tell you why David's 100% right. Here's the thing when it comes to this whole situation. 18-19 Champions League, 19-20 Premier League. 2021, we had the centre-back crisis. I think logical people were like, okay,
We were
listen,
going to win the league that year if we just had
100%.
centre-backs.
Logical people, anyone was like, you know what, man, screw this, it's okay. We kind of had a crisis, nothing to complain about. The year after, we go into the summer transfer window again, hug and kiss everyone, and then go into that next Premier League and end up losing the Premier League by a point because we only signed Diaz in January. And because we didn't really take it serious until we were like, we started winning in January and shit, lose the Champions League. This season, absolute shit show. So now I'm looking at it like, in these last 6 years, since we had a capable team, we've actually won 1 Champions League and 1 Premier League. So I'm not looking at it from the position of, let's build step by step, all of that. And I'll tell you why. Here's the thing. The reason why I say that is because it gets to the stage where you just have to sit there and go like, 10, 15 years from now, no one's going to remember the context. No one's going to care about any of this shit. They really won't. They really won't. No one like 10 years from now is going to start talking about context, this, context, that, blah, 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 blah. They'll just say Jurgen Klopp's team won 1 Premier League. And I look at it as the perfect situation currently to win the league, because if we do not take the Europa League seriously, we literally can field a strong 11 every Saturday and Sunday. And in my honest opinion...
We can do that anyway, though, Husam.
No, we can't. Hear me out. I'm going to explain to you. I'm getting there. Why are you in a hurry, brother? We're only 24 minutes into the show. Why are you in a rush? Do you have to go? Here's the thing, Tom. So if we are in a Premier League title race, and I want us to win the Premier League, and we like field a strong 11 every Saturday and Sunday, I don't think, bar Etihad away, maybe you can say United away because there are rivals, Arsenal away, I would back us to win 35 out of the 38 games if that team has 1 week to prepare for another team and they're well rested and everything. And I'm going to take this to the place that you have taken it into, which is the knockout rounds, etc. I'll go as far as to say, if we are 5 games away from the end and we are only just 5 points ahead, 6 points ahead, and we have to play Sevilla in a semi-final, I would happily play the absolute bench in that semi-final to win the Premier League games, because by then, I think the difference between us and Arsenal and other teams, not just Arsenal, across the past, is I would back Klopp and these guys to win those 6 games. Like I would back them
100%.
Okay, so why would you even want to risk something happening in the Europa? Why?
Because guess what? It's a risk I deem willing to take because of the trophy on offer. I look at it this way, Husam. I look at it this way. I think our squad, if we make the right signings, which is, I believe we need 4 signings to compete on both levels. I believe you need 4.
3 mids, 1 centre.
I have a weird feeling the club are going to do 2 mids, 2 centre-backs, with one of the centre-backs can play DM. So Timber is that weird hybrid centre-back, Mount McAllister, and then whoever is a left-footed centre-back. That's how I reckon the club are going to do it. You get me those, then all of a sudden I'm looking at, let's put ourselves into the situation. We are 3 points ahead of Manchester City with the game in hand. And we've got, let's say, Tottenham at home on the Sunday, and we've got. I'm
glad you said Tottenham. You actually said a good team. Okay, fair enough.
I'm not going to say like.
Yeah, don't tell me like Bournemouth at home. Like,
yeah,
be real.
And in the Europa League, Sevilla aren't even in it next year. Who we
Let's just say Sporting Lisbon, whatever. Like,
no, because Sporting, we're in the semi-finals. Sporting won't make the semi-finals.
Let's say Roma's Mourinho.
Yeah, let's say a Mourinho type of team, a Roma. One of these teams around there, maybe like a Leipzig or something. I reckon we could sit there easily and go and manage 20 odd players across them 2 games.
Why are you willing to risk it against Spurs at home? I want to beat Spurs.
100%. I want to as well, and I back the players I put out against Spurs. Let me.
No, but then you have to like rest players.
Let me tell you how I would line it up. Let me tell you how I would line it up.
Okay, say it.
Europa League Thursday night.
Okay.
Kelleher, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, whoever, whether you want, I might even go Robertson as the left centre back thing. Robertson, midfield 3, Fabinho, Thiago, Mount or McAllister. On the right, Mo Salah. Up front, Darwin Nunez. On the left, Diogo Jota. Then we get to the league game. Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Inacio. I'm just going to throw a name out there. Inacio, Timber, McAllister, Mount, Salah, Gakpo, Diaz. You can sub players on and off. You can save the legs if needs be.
But that's utopia. Because you're not even taking injuries into account. That's
okay,
the thing.
if you want, yeah, because I don't know how the injury situation will play out.
Even on a good year, you'd probably have 3-4 players injured.
So
on a good year.
Who are you going to rule out for me then? Who are you going to say I can't pick?
No, I'm not even ruling out people. I'm just saying that's utopia with everyone fit.
Just give me 3 names who you'd say they'll probably be injured at some point.
Diaz, probably be injured. Jota, Thiago.
Right, okay.
Those are 3 with actual injury problems.
Yeah, 100%. We're pretty much fucked in the attack anyway because Klopp's going to play the same 3 then. If we've got 5 attackers and 2 are injured, the same 3 are playing game in, game out. We might just get quicker subs. So, Thiago is in the Europa League team. In comes Curtis Jones. Diaz and Jota both out that. Diaz and Jota both out. That just means Nunez is going to go onto the left. Gakpo will probably end up having to go into the middle in the Europa League game because as much as I would personally play Fabio Carvalho. I'd personally play Carvalho or an Elliott.
This depends how he performs next season, though.
Yeah, move Salah up front or maybe go to a diamond or something. I'd try and avoid using Gakpo, but I could see him using all 3 of the attackers. But my point is, we have the depth there to manage 2 games a week, even with a couple of injuries.
If we're 18 points ahead, okay, but 5, 6
points. Again, Husam, I believe that 5-6 points.
City keep winning, Tom. That's the problem. They just never stop.
I know City.
They never stop winning. The last thing I want is Van Dijk to get tackled by Serio on a Thursday, and then for him to be out injured, and then Gomez does the ice spice, and then we're fucked. That's the last thing I want.
Again, that's an extreme, isn't it? That's it's a possibility.
That's not an extreme. Virgil is injury prone.
Virgil's injury. He's had 1 major knee injury, and then he missed how many games this season? Was it 3? He's just being shit for the rest.
You're just not being real. I'm gonna be real with you.
I am being real because
why has there been no team in history to win both the Europa and the Prem? And forget the Europa since it's been instilled. Why has there been no team to ever win the UEFA Cup and the Premier League? Why?
Because guess what, Husam? The teams that normally qualify for the UEFA Cup are UEFA Cup standard. We are not UEFA Cup standard. We just have a
not
really
necessarily. City played in the Europa League as well, didn't win it.
When?
You know. I've seen United play in the Europa League. I've seen Arsenal, good teams play in Europa League.
Yeah. They weren't at our level though. We are expecting this Liverpool team to go toe to toe against Manchester City, the greatest Premier League side ever, in the nicest possible way. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's lineup, Unai Emery's lineup, fucking Roberto Mancini's.
By the way, I don't know if you think like me that City are gonna drop off a little bit next season.
I think it's a very real possibility. I think it all just depends on the signings that they make. If they revitalise well enough, if they keep it stale, then the door opens up more. And again, this is all very subjective. I need to see how it's going in the season. But my initial view of it is,
I agree.
You bring me the 4 or 5 signings, then we have enough depth to compete on.
We need
both
to win
levels.
the first 20 games in the Prem, man. Fuck this. Just 100%. Go out there, just win 20 games in a row. Fuck that.
The thing is, Sam, when we sit there and say Man City just start winning, they go on that run where they just win 10, 15.
That's the problem.
100% it is. But we can do that if we build up the momentum in other competitions. If we can get that field goal factor around the club, because
but by definition, you're doing 2 teams though.
Yeah,
so how is Curtis Jones playing well going to affect Salah playing well? That's the problem. That's your problem. That's the logical fallacy in your argument.
Because Sam, you're looking at it from an individual level. Curtis Jones will feel better because he had a good game in the Europa League.
Perfect, I agree.
But I'm looking at it from the level of we get through to the semi-finals of the Europa League, and the kids have played the blinder. Curtis Jones got a goal. Harvey Elliott got an assist. Queven Keller saved a penalty. The club atmosphere is going to be boss because we're in a European Cup semi-final. That's going to carry on to all the players in the training, all the players on the match day, all the fans. The atmosphere is going to be bouncing at Anfield. All of a sudden, that momentum that Curtis Jones, Fabio Carvalho, Harvey Elliott got us is now what's pushing Salah, Gakpo, Diaz and to have better games because they want to keep the energy, keep the atmosphere high up. That's just the way I see it. Momentum. You might think something else is important in a title race. For me, the most important thing is momentum. Getting that momentum behind you so you can go on these win streaks. And to me, the Europa League is a great chance to build that momentum without having to commit all the starters.
You keep mentioning momentum, but my thing is like, if Salah's on fire in the Prem, right? Like, Salah doing well in Europa League, I don't think adds to his momentum or anything. Like, and by the way, let me just say one thing. I get there's one part that I get because here, like Chombe is saying, like, I want us to win both, and then Chombe comes back and says we're not in a position to choose and pick and all that. I understand that, but my issue is, this is the biggest elephant in the room, if you guys would like, is our title rivals are most likely gonna be Manchester City. And I'm gonna be so real with you. Let me just cut the BS. If we were going up against Arsenal and we were 6 points ahead, by all means play Salah and shit. Because I know Arsenal, like, mentally they ain't it. They're gonna find a way to like bottle it anyway. You know, so like here's the thing. When it comes to this competition, the biggest difference between me and Tom isn't even just this competition. The biggest difference is I think it's Premier League or bust for me. For me, I'm not trying to hear all this challenge top 4 shit. For me, it's just like, let's win the Prem. David, let me just run through these super chats before we carry on. David says, why do people use Arsenal as an example of bigger fish to fry? Use Dortmund and Barcelona as an example of bigger fish to fry. I agree with you. And by the way, David, thank you so much for the super chat and the content of the super chat. Because we can't keep using Arsenal as the negative example. Oh, Arsenal focused on just the Prem and they ended up losing both. How about Barcelona, who lost Man United? You know, Dortmund, who are probably about to win the Bundesliga, breaking the Bayern duct of 10 years. I think if we are in Arsenal's position this season, forget even doing crazy hypotheticals. If you remove Arsenal from the situation, put Liverpool in the situation. Same Europa League, same everything. Let's imagine we drop down to the Europa. I think we win the Premier League regardless. Liverpool being 11 points ahead of City, like Arsenal were, we're sat here Premier League champions. And that for me is what dictates the difference. Because in 1920 we won the league from a position where we were ahead, we absolutely have to be able to win the Premier League, and I would back us to win it, which is why I'm not trying to risk no injury-prone player, no star player getting injured in the Europa League. I'm not willing to risk that, you know, to the benefit of 3 points in the Prem. Emily says, sorry, Tom, but that's loser's mentality and arrogance. The two things that have brought this club to the position, begging to win the Europa League.
I'm not begging to win it, because begging to win it would mean I don't believe you. I'm expecting to win it. I'm expecting this club to win it and also sustain a strong title challenge, if not win the Premier League. That is
Why
my
say challenge? You
expectation.
keep saying challenge.
Because this is where we did. I don't.
Okay, why do you expect a challenge, not a win? That's the better question, because this even relates to all this. Why? Tell me.
Because I don't think City are going to lose the title next year either. I think it's the year after where the proper foot. I think there's potential if they could next year, but realistically, I think they'll win
There's
one
the reason
more.
why no one's won 4 in a row. There is a drop off.
Oh, 100% there is. But
when we say City drop off, by the way, we say like from 95 points to 82 points. We're not even saying like drop off. I'm not saying a fall off a cliff. I'm just saying mini drop off.
Again, no, I don't believe that. I think it's two things. I don't believe that Manchester City are going to drop off all that much, because I think they've finally figured it out. I think they'll have a little wobble, but I think they'll be fine. I think they'll have a similar total at the end of the season.
And if we don't take the Europa seriously and play Series 11 every week, do you back us to just go on a winning run?
Yes and no, because
why is the no?
If we play how we're playing right now, yes. 100%. You get me McAllister, you get me Mount, you get me the likes of a Timber.
You stop saying Mount, because I don't want to do a Mount argument. Use another example just for me, so we can just carry on with this actual.
Another example. What?
Just use anyone else. Say whoever you want. Cole, Lavia, whoever you want. Turam, anything. Say anything.
Look at you with all your fancy names. I just want a proper player. Anyway,
let's go get James Ward-Prowse. He's extremely proper. Yeah. He's blonde too.
Anyway, what was I saying? So
absolutely, it's just to deal with his bullshit, hanging with my gnomes.
It's not though, is it? It's not though, because I also don't believe that this squad, if you add Mount and McAllister, is ready to break the 95-point mark just yet. I think you need another year. I think
Thomas
there's
Litter.
too many
We
changing
have the
things.
spine. Can you stop acting like we have to build? Listen, fuck the buzzwords. All this build, rebuild, all this fucking dumb shit. Fuck all that. I have Allison, I have Trent, I have Van Dijk, Konate, Robertson, Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo. All this fucking step by step, top four, then channel. Fuck all that. Let's just go and we have the spine. You're telling me I'm adding to a winning spine fucking good players. Why can't I win the Premier League? Based on what?
Do you want to know what, Husam? Do you want to know what it is? I've
We
lost
start the season well. We win 15 games in a row. We fucking win that league, bro.
Yeah. But you have more confidence in this span than I do. I don't know how much of this is a actual drop off, or if it's just the system was wrong and the players were tired or whatever.
Don't you think the last 6 games have answered that? The last 8 games have answered that?
Do
you think Van Dijk have dropped off a cliff like people act?
I don't think he's dropped off a cliff, no, but I don't think he's at the same level that he was.
He doesn't need to be at the same level, even if he's a B+ defender. That's a Premier League winning centre back.
Is it though?
So is Ruben Diaz better than him?
Is Ruben? No, but
is Laporte better than him?
The difference is
Stones better than him? No.
We have a B+ and a B+ in Konate and Van Dijk.
Okay. That's worst case scenario, by the way.
They have B+, 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 B+ in Stones, Laporte, Ake, Diaz. I'm not including Kanji's not.
And you know what's mad? They have B+, 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 and you want me to play my B+ in the Europa League. You see the problem now?
Because they play their B+ in midweek competitions.
That's Champions League. That's different.
Is it though?
It is because it's been well documented. Thursday, Sunday is not like Saturday, Wednesday.
This is the part that I don't get. Why is it not like Saturday, Wednesday?
You already know it's not like it. Because even just from a purely mental perspective, the players are willing to put their bodies on the line and fight in the UCL in ways like they're not willing to in the Europa League.
Okay, that's why I'm not playing the first teamers in the Europa League for the majority of it.
You said Salah and Van Dijk in a title race in April. You're willing to play in the Europa League.
Yeah, in the semi-finals, yes. And against the tough opposition, yes.
God help me. Honestly, I'm so sick of your shit. Honestly, I'm actually sick.
Sam, what about when we rocked up to an FA Cup semi-final with them? And we rocked up to an FA Cup.
There's a reason why Thiago Alcantara and Fabinho are playing with steroid injections in their knee in a Champions League final. I would have much rather been the FA Cup, been the Carabao Cup, and fucking won that Champions League. How about that? Would you trade?
Again, but Sam,
no. This is the time. No, because now I have pinned you down. That's why you're oohing and ahhing.
No, you haven't.
I'll tell you why I have pinned you down right now. You can trade the entire quad experience, the entire experience of achieving football eternity. You lose the Carabao Cup, you lose the FA Cup. Would you trade all of that for the Champions League last year? Be real.
Yes. Guess what though? Because
point
you're dealing. No. It's not point proven because you're dealing with absolutes. You're dealing with 100% absolutes. If you were to tell me if I was to throw away the Europa League first round, I'm guaranteed a Premier League. 100% I'm taking it. But there is no world where you can guarantee me that.
How are we not guaranteed, Bram? How
are we not guaranteed? Because
why are you just not being? Why are you being unrealistic? That's my problem. This whole.
How am I being unrealistic? I've said we.
How are you saying the Prem is not guaranteed? Tom, just tell her you're busy, bro. Just tell her you're busy. You're getting ruined in an argument. Tell her your pride is more important.
No, again, me. I don't. You've lost.
Okay, so if we get okay, I'll ask you this question after the super chats. Let me just run through them because you just need to get your shit together.
The Prem is not guaranteed.
Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how it's guaranteed in a sec. The year is 2030. The model is still here. Are we still asking the question, is the manager or the owner? What does the 16-year-old think? I knew 5 years in. This is why I've always kept a balance in between blaming FSG and Klopp. And this is why I'm FSG out, not Klopp out. I support Jurgen Klopp. But at the same time, it would get to the stage, and I'm being dead serious right now. I love Jurgen Klopp, and I back him and I support him. I'm even Klopp Defense League. But it gets to the stage where we have to sit there and go like, at what point in time do we actually have to demand the big trophies? Because we're going to be looking at Allison, we're going to be looking at Trent, we're going to be looking at Van Dijk, going like, oh, they've got one league title, one Champions League, which is not good enough. And adding a Europa League to the resume means fuck all. That's just the truth. Big up to Chombe, who says, you don't play the game, scaring injuries, and Nunez will be better than Gakpo 100%. You know, first of all, your second part of your super chat is just a howler, because Gakpo is a much better footballer. You know, unless Nunez somehow could hit the ground running, which I hope he does, and scores plenty of goals for us, then, you know, I don't see a world in which he could be better than Gakpo. But you say you don't play the game scaring injuries. Absolutely, because the theories are based in April, May time, even March time. I am in a title race and I'm ahead of Manchester City. I am not willing to risk that the Premier League to win the Europa League. And as my brother David said, shout out David, hold tight David, thank you for the super chat. As he said, the best super chat of the whole day. Why don't we use Barcelona and Dortmund as the positive examples? They said, fuck this, and they went on to win their leagues. I think Dortmund are going to beat mine.
Dortmund were in the Champions League.
What?
Dortmund were in the Champions League this year. They were in the Champions League knockout stage.
No, but that's not his point. His point is they lost that European competition, went on to win anyway.
They didn't try and lose it though. They were just worse.
Barcelona didn't try and lose it. They were worse than Man United.
Is that why they drew the first? Is that why they actually, drew the first 2-2 and took the lead at Old Trafford if they weren't trying to win it? What is this, Husam? What?
No, I'm saying Barca tried to win it. No, I'm agreeing with you. I don't know what you're
Barca tried to win the Europa League.
I agree.
So then why is it a bad thing if we try and win the Europa League?
No, but I'm saying I'm using it as a positive example of the whole momentum thing, basically. Like they lost and they went on to win the league. It's true though. You can ooh and ah all you want. Kunde says, would guys burn the stadium or squat to win FSG? Squat. Tom Little would happily do 100 squats right now to get FSG
No,
out.
that's not what it means. It means
What?
you know, like when you see these people who like chain themselves to the stadium or chain themselves to poles and stuff as protest.
If it means getting FSG out, I do that.
Squatting would just mean a bunch of scousers like raid Liverpool and just sit in Anfield.
I would happily. That would be beautiful. I would do that 100% to get FSG out. So, but I definitely wouldn't burn the stadium though. You know, squat is definitely a possibility. But listen, big up everyone watching us. 250 people watching us. I'm about to tell why Tom Little the Premier League is a guarantee. Make sure you guys slap the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe.
In the comments that he gets on as well because it's an
outlandish statement. I'll tell you now. Big up Chombe, big up Felipe, David, Emily, big up to Mr. Sinclair, my brother from Australia. Big up to Condinio for the super chats. Make sure you all slap the like button right now. Make sure you all subscribe. Shout out to all the people who have sent in super chats. Everyone who has liked, subscribed, shared. Big up, large up to you all. So, why is the Premier League a guarantee? Let me tell you why. The Premier League is a guarantee. When we go on those winning runs in the English Premier League, we really can't be stopped. And if I'm being dead serious, our biggest enemy is us. We are our own biggest enemy. I am not intimidated. And I'll say this again. Other than the Etihad away and Man United away because there are rivals, not because they're good, I would back us to genuinely, and Stamford Bridge because it's just been a shit game for us lately. I'd back us to just win every game. And this is my logic, right? It's very simple logic. If I could say, this is honest opinion, right? And you're about to understand how this is not even a blasphemous take. If I could, right here, right now, for 38 games, play my absolute strongest team, week in, week out, and win all the other competitions, I back a team of Alisson, Trent, Konate, Van Dijk, Robertson, you know, 2 new signings, whoever, Salah, Diaz, Gakpo, to win every single game. You know, I would go into every single game with confidence to win it. And based on that logic, because I feel like our team is strong enough to win the Premier League, our team is strong enough to go all into the Premier League and win it. And that's the difference between us and Arsenal. I would happily bin all the other competitions away, / not take a competition that seriously, specifically in the run-in. Guys, if I'm in a run-in against Man City and I'm 6 points ahead, I genuinely couldn't give a flying you know what about the semi-final against Sevilla, against Roma, against whoever. Bring me any team, heritage, not heritage. Like the thing is, you look at our position, guys, and this is the thing. 10 years from now, no one's going to remember who won the Europa League. Everyone's going to remember who won the Prem. So if I am in a position where I have to sacrifice one or I have to take one seriously, this is the one that I'm taking seriously.
Yeah,
At the
but
end of the
Husam,
day,
you're acting like we're going.
one second, Tom, 1 second, then answer. At the end of the day, if I play my strongest 11 week in, week out in the Prem, there are about 20 wins I'm guaranteed. Bottom 10, home and away, strongest team I beat. And then you look at the other teams. We could go to Brentford away and win. We could go to Brighton away and win. We could beat them both at home. We could beat Fulham. We could beat these teams. You win those games, bro. You're sat there at the end of the year, Premier League winner, equalizing Man United's record. And I'm not willing to sacrifice Van Dijk in the Europa or Salah on the Europa or Trent in the Europa for them to get some sort of injury and then I get fucked in the remaining games.
Husam, is it not a
Yes.
possibility that they get injured in the league?
I would 100% would rather them get injured in the Prem than in the Europa.
No, but you said the league's guaranteed because if we play our first choice starting 11 for 38 games and been off all the other competitions over it.
Yeah, I'm saying even with injuries.
Husam, we are going to get injuries next year. So
yes,
you have
even
to take
with
that into
injuries.
consideration. And also, yes, we can go on them winning runs. So can Manchester City. They can do it better than us. They're the only team who can go on a better winning run than us.
Pep Guardiola said it, Tom. You just didn't listen.
He said what?
He said, I was in a team in Barcelona that kept winning league titles. There comes a point in time where you wake up and suddenly caviar isn't that attractive to eat anymore because you've had it for 3-4 years. And there's a reason why after every, three-peat, Liverpool included in the 80s, everyone included, that fourth year, there is a little bit of a drop-off because the players aren't as hungry.
Yeah. How do you explain the other leagues then where, Bayern won 10 in a row, or Juventus won 7 in a row, or PSG have won how fucking many in a row? Because guess what? This Manchester City team does not conform to the standards of what the Premier League has seen beforehand. This Man City, if there was ever a team that could go on and win that 4th in a row, and then win that 5th in a row, and then win that 6th in a row, it's Manchester City. Do we agree?
I agree.
So then,
which is why I don't want to take the Europa seriously if I'm ahead.
So then it's not guaranteed. Because Sam, there is no guarantee that if we throw away that Europa
You're
League,
completely missing the point on purpose just to trigger me.
I'm not, because you're sitting there. Yes, we could go on all these runs. But it's more likely that we win the Europa League than we go on a run of 26 unbeaten or 20 wins in a row, 26 unbeaten sort of thing, where we storm the league like it was. Because guess what? I don't see this City team like that. This City team is, unless there are serious injuries, I don't see it as City going to fall off that bad.
No, but you can't say that.
You have a lot more faith. You have a lot more faith
bad
in this team than I do at the minute.
Okay, the argument isn't even fall off that bad. Because I'm just saying, change the result of 4 or 5 games, Tom. That's it. The lack of motivation is just going to change. Because, Tom, I'm actually being real. I'm saying they're going to drop off from 95 points, whatever, to like 82, something like that. So I'm not even saying they're going to drop off a cliff and they're going to be crap. No.
I don't think they're going to drop off that bad.
Okay, so now if we include the lack of motivation to do it again and blah, 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 then...
The lack of motivation to do it again comes from not refreshing your squad enough. This Manchester City squad has been refreshed.
Okay, do you believe that Man City dropped off in 1920? Be real.
Yes, but that was not because they won it, so they didn't care anymore. Husam, they had to play Fernandinho and Otamendi as a centre-back partnership for 3 fucking months. That was why
and how did they start that league? How did they start it?
Should we go for because Laporte? Should we do it until Laporte got injured? Because that was when Fernandinho had to go to the back.
No, forget even that. I'm just saying, how did they start it?
I think they lost 1 game in their opening 10.
No, that's not true. I swear they lost to Spurs.
They lost to Wolves. They didn't lose. Wolves was game week 11, and they didn't lose to Spurs. They drew with Spurs. 1920. Here we go.
Here, let me check.
So bear in mind, 1920 was the most ridiculous start any team has ever had in the Premier League, and you want us to match that?
If we play 1 week, just one like every week, then yeah, why can't we replicate it? Here, See
Because
this?
it's momentum.
I knew this guy was full of shit. In their first,
First 10 Premier League games.
they
Was
lost
Wolves not
2,
match week
drew
11?
1.
Wolves wasn't
Lost
match week 11, it
2.
was match week 8. Okay.
They
So,
lost 2, drew 1.
yep, they lost to Norwich, they lost to Wolves, and then they drew with Tottenham.
They lost to Spurs, lost to Norwich, lost to Wolves.
They didn't lose
That
to
was
Spurs,
even
they
before
drew
the
with
whole
Spurs.
Otamendi thing.
No. Do you want to know when Otamendi came in? Otamendi came in right after Brighton. Right after, because Laporte got injured against Brighton. So Norwich.
Brighton. When's Brighton? Which
The
game
fourth
week?
game. Fourth game week.
No, that's not true.
It is. Fourth
Okay.
game week was Brighton.
This is how we're gonna dunk on your head now.
Because
Norwich
I've got the
3-2 Man
fucking
City.
fixtures up here.
Okay, let's know. Okay, I have them as well. So Norwich 3-2 Man City. Let's look at the lineup. Ederson, Stones, Otamendi, Walker, Zinchenko, Rodri, Gundogan, David Silva, Aguero,
Where's
Bernardo
Laporte?
Silva, Raheem Sterling.
Where's Laporte?
Okay, so now you're just blaming it on one player?
No, I'm not just blaming. That was a bad result. But you're saying that they're going to have a foot. You're saying they fell off in 1920. They did not fall off in 1920.
This is how I know you don't listen. This is how I know you don't listen.
How?
I said fall off in a league champion way, which is go from 95 points to 80 something points. That's the fall
Yes,
off.
that was what they done this season, but they done that with injury problems. So let's say they avoid them injury problems next year. Then what are we looking at?
Let's say we avoid injuries. Then what?
We're more likely to have injuries than they are because half our team are fucking injured.
But that's not the question. You made a hypothetical that I made the hypothetical back. Let's say we avoid injuries. Because you ask me dumb questions, I ask them back. You get mad.
Husam, no, because you go to the. When I said they're going to avoid injury problems, I don't mean they stay injury free. I just mean they don't have an issue where Stones and Laporte are both out for 3 months at a time, so they have to play Otamendi and for Fernandinho at centre back. I just mean maybe Diaz is out for a month, then Diaz comes back and Stones out for a month, and then Stones comes back, but Akanji's out for a month, and then Akanji comes back, but Ake's out for a month. Not everyone's out for 3 months. In the same way that we will also run into these injury problems next year. And if anything, Husam, our players, these signings that we make, McAllister, Mount, not Mount because I can't name Mount, Thuram, Timber, Inacio, whatever. All them lot are going to need time to settle in. So what's not to say?
Time to settle in hype. That's what preseason is for.
Okay. Yeah, that is what preseason. Why did Fabinho need even more? Fabinho was there all of preseason, by the way.
That was a different Liverpool, man.
That was a better Liverpool than this one, yeah.
Listen, when I say drop, when I say drop off, I'm just saying that the results of 3-4 games are gonna change. Honestly, I'm not even saying something mad.
But then you're saying that for us, we are going to change the results of near enough 10.
Absolutely.
Games. I think we can change a lot of them, but I don't think we changed 10.
Okay, so you're saying I don't think we changed 10. So let's go then to this season. A serious Liverpool beats Leeds at home. Serious. Okay, you know what? Let's just fuck this crap, bro. Liverpool FC, right here, right now. Let's just go. I'm going to show you how stupid your argument is in a second now. Right. Let's just go back to the start of the season, right? Here we go. Fulham. Okay, serious Liverpool team beats Fulham away. Serious Liverpool team beats Palace.
Fulham away is a tough game. I'm not guaranteeing that one. Palace, I'll give you 100%.
Can you not be weird? Like, don't act like a serious Liverpool does not beat Fulham 5-0 now.
No, but we won't. Fulham on a good side.
Arsenal beat Fulham 5-0. That's a fucking Arsenal. Okay. You're telling me if we were serious, we don't win.
Whoop-de-doo. Manchester City scraped past them 2-1. And they are the best team in the league. Of course you put up that one. Of course you do. You all for your little Sam prop. All the other ones are sitting there questioning how you're saying the league is guaranteed. I understand your optimism.
Even he like that.
I do.
See how he just like that? His internet don't agree with him.
I understand your optimism. I understand it. But I don't.
I'm not even being optimistic. I'm gonna be real. Can I be real? Can I just be real in peace, please? Can I be real? Okay. A serious Liverpool team beats Fulham away, beats Palace at home. You see, I'm being real. Everton, let's just say nah, because it's Merseyside derby. We beat Brighton at home. Where else? We beat Forest. Definitely. Serious Liverpool beats Forest. We beat Leeds. Okay, that's 5 already.
Well, I don't know about Brighton. I don't know about Brighton because Brighton normally
Okay,
gives us
now
a tough
suddenly
game.
Brighton. We beat Brentford. We beat Brighton,
Is it
Wolves.
Brentford away? Is that Brentford away? Again,
Yeah,
don't like
we beat.
Brentford away.
Okay, I think we do. Brighton and Wolves. That's already on 8.
Again, if we struggle with Brighton at home, I think we
Crystal
struggle with
Palace
Brighton
away,
away.
we win.
Crystal Palace away and Wolves away, I'll give you.
Bournemouth away, that we're already at 10.
No,
right?
because you're at 10. I'm at about 6.
Okay, Bournemouth away, we win.
Mhm.
That's 7 right there.
No, I'm at 6 with Bournemouth.
How are you at 6? 10
Right.
minus Brighton away.
Okay.
10
okay.
minus Brighton away and Brentford away. That's 8.
I've done Brighton at home and away, Brentford and Fulham. So I'm at 6.
Okay, so you're at 6. So do you think we beat Bournemouth away?
Yes, so Bournemouth is
So
my
you're at
6th
7.
one. No, Bournemouth is right. Okay, let me pull it up so I can follow.
No, but
along,
then
because
you're
I
not
might
counting
have been
Wolves.
lost.
Do you think we beat Wolves?
Right, let me pull it up in my head so I can follow along, and then you can catch me up. So we're starting right at the start of the season, aren't we?
Okay, let's just go back to Fulham. How about that? Let's just go back to Fulham.
Then I'll find it. Yeah.
It's just on Google, Tom.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I want to get it all up in just one row for me so I can scroll down rather than having to.
Man's out here on Tinder.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I got it. Fulham away. No, I'm not as confident. You can have it. That's one for you. I'm not putting it down as a guaranteed win. Crystal Palace, yes. So 2-1.
Okay.
Manchester United away, no. Everton away, no. Brighton at home, you think that's a yes? I think that's not a guaranteed. Arsenal away, I think is a yes.
Okay.
So I actually do go up to 7 because I didn't class Arsenal away.
Okay.
Forest away, yes.
Okay.
So I'm at 3. Leeds at home, yes. So I'm at 4. Brentford away, I'm not counting. Brighton away, I'm not counting. Chelsea at home, it's an iffy one, that one. I need to see how it goes, but
if we were a bit better, you have to say Chelsea.
Yeah, but I do think Chelsea are going to be a bit better as well. And us and
but
Chelsea
you would
normally
back us to beat them, no?
Even I backed us to beat them a lot of times. We haven't done it, so I'm going to leave that as a no. Just
Okay.
even when we've been better, we haven't beaten them. Wolves away, yes, should be beating them. So I'm at 5 now. Crystal Palace away should be winning 6.
No,
Bournemouth
6,
away.
not 5. 6.
Yeah, Crystal Palace makes me 6.
No, Crystal Palace makes you 7. Wolves makes you 6. I've been counting with you.
Right, so Bournemouth, Palace.
Don't
Wolves.
go back. It's just 6, Tom.
No, I'm just doing it in my head quickly.
Remember, you said Arsenal. I didn't.
7. Yeah, so I'm on 7 with I'm on 7 with.
Told you.
I'm on 7 with Bournemouth in there.
Okay, Arsenal at home surely is a yes. If Arsenal away is a yes for you.
That puts me on.
Okay, so that's 8. Okay.
That puts me on 8.
Carry on. Crystal Palace away.
I've counted Crystal Palace away.
No, you haven't. Don't lie.
I have
we
counted
haven't
Crystal
got there
Palace
yet.
away.
Do not lie.
I have because the Crystal Palace away happened before Arsenal.
Okay, so 9 is what then?
I'm
Aston
not on
Villa
that.
at home.
No, because I don't see. I think Aston Villa's a tough game.
Okay, you know what? See, you're being
I'm on 8.
negative.
I'm on 8.
You're being a negative buzzkill, and you just added 8 wins. Do you understand? Okay, so now let's continue.
I need you to go to the Man City ones and tell me where they're dropping their points.
Okay, no. I'm not even gonna do that. So you, as Mr. Thomas Little, the negative Nancy in the stream, has just added 8 wins. You add 8 wins to that points total. 66 plus 24 is 90 points. We'd be ahead of Man City as things stand. Never mind.
How many games in hand do they have?
How many games in hand? 1. We'd be 2 points ahead with a game in hand. With them having a game in hand. Yeah.
So then they win that game in hand. It's 1 point. They both win last game of the season. It's 1
That's
point.
with your negativity. That's with you saying Fulham. That's with you saying Villa. That's with you saying.
That was with me
Chelsea.
giving us both wins. That was with me giving us both wins against Arsenal.
Tom, we would.
I'm sorry.
Chelsea home and away.
I just don't see that. I just don't see it.
Chelsea home and away. We're gonna win one of them. That's an additional 3 points. Fulham.
We didn't win one of them last season.
Fulham, Villa. Okay, 1 second. Fulham, Villa, Brighton. All 3 that you were negative on. You'd give us a win in one of them. That's already a league title. See? That's why it's being real, Tom. It's not even
But
us.
then
Like,
Husam, I could go consider the possibility that Manchester City this year, they had a period of time where they had a shit run of results because Haaland was just not firing. They're not going to run into them adaptation problems next year because he's settled in. Then can I go through their ones and add another 6-9 points on because Haaland just fires them through? See why? Can you see why I'm not as confident as you are?
because you're just being negative today.
I'm not being negative today. I've just said I expect us to win the Europa League.
That's not that positive. What, like,
That is
you
positive.
expect the Ferrari to beat all the Hondas? Congratulations!
Yes.
Ooh, what a wild prediction, guys! The Ferrari is gonna beat the Hondas in the race.
You know what, Sam? I don't expect it next year, but the year afterwards is
But
where
why
I
do
would
you
expect
have
it.
such low expectation, low standard having us? Like, why? Get it together, Tom.
No,
At
because
what point in time do you go like,
how
fuck
is
this, I
it
want
low?
the
How
league?
is it low standard? How is it low standard? Me
Because you're
saying
saying it's okay to win the Europa and just challenge.
I never said it was okay.
Aren't you tired of second place? Are you not tired?
Oh yeah, but guess what, Sam? I'm realistic. I don't see us beating the City team
You
yet.
ain't being real. You ain't. You ain't being realistic. By the way, you know how I know I'm the one who's being realistic? I just told you Fulham, Brighton, Villa, Chelsea, 4, Tom. 4. Those 4 games. Just give me one win in 4. Just give me one win in 4. Tom, just give me one win out of those 4 and I'm league champion.
I can't.
One, just one.
I can't guarantee you winning any of them.
Listen, man, it is what you're just doing too much. You're just doing
And
too
again,
much.
let's put it like this, Sam. Yes, this core has shown me in the past. I'll give you that. This core has shown me in the past. They
Yes.
can. Guess what though? This isn't the same. These players aren't the same.
Some are better now.
Yeah,
Alisson?
Trent's better. Alisson's probably slightly better. Yes. The rest, Salah stayed the same.
Yeah.
Van
fair.
Dijk's fell off a little bit. Fabinho's fell off massively. Thiago's fell off.
Thiago hasn't fell off. Thiago just made from Weetabix. When he played this season, he was very good.
Okay, but okay, he hasn't fell off, but I can't rely on him.
Plus fresh core, plus fresh people. Yeah, that's
But
what we have to.
But this is where I don't think the fresh core is enough to bridge the gap.
But McAllister, for example, and even Mount and Lavia and all these players that we're linked with, 90% of them are prem proven as well.
That again, yes, they're prem proven. That's not enough. Yeah. I'm sitting there looking at it, going, I believe they closed the gap, but not enough. I believe the year afterwards, when they're even more in tune, when they're even more developed, and we're able to add the final pieces, then yes, 100%.
City ain't winning 4 in a row.
I look at this squad, Sam. I look at this squad, and I believe it's a squad caught in between 2 years now.
But by then we'd have to think about moving on from Salah, moving on from all these guys.
You don't need to move on from Salah. You don't need to move on from Salah or Alisson. The other, Van Dijk, Fabinho, who else then you call Robertson? They're the 3 that I'm sitting there going, yeah. You probably need to think about moving.
Hey, Robertson, Shanghai Sharks are calling. They're ready.
But then, Hassam, I'm addressing those issues this window. Well, 2 of them. I should be addressing the DM, and I should be addressing the left.
Me and you would probably make 5 signings if we were like in charge. But
who you sign? I still haven't got who you would like.
If I could have anyone realistically,
like, let's set a budget. What budget do we reckon? I factored in a couple of sales, like Simicast might go and Matip might go and Keller.
I wouldn't sell Simicast. I'd sell Gomez, not Matip.
Okay, who would you sell and how much money would you end up with? We'll say we start off with 130.
I'd go to Brighton, pay 10 million more and get Caicedo instead of McAllister because I think he's the game changer.
So you're down to 60.
I'd get Ugarte.
You're down to 8.
10. I'd get that's
52.
Euros, not pounds.
Oh, sorry. Okay. I thought his release clause was 60 million euros and 52 million pounds.
Whatever. Let's just give me the 2 million for ease of calculation.
Right. 10.
Jurian Timber.
Minus that. Right. You're in debt now.
Okay.
You're in minus 30.
No, actually, not Timber. If you're saying what I would do, Inacio.
Okay.
Inacio Lavia.
That is 40 million for Lavia, 30 million for Inacio. You're in minus 60 million debt. Where are you making that 60 million up?
I'm doing structured payments.
I'm not doing this.
I'm doing structured payments. That's how we do business.
Right.
So I'm doing structured payments,
Look at how
Tom.
he bent the rules. Right. Okay.
See how I just
No, you didn't.
On your head, Tom.
Okay, let's ask the people whose window we think. I'll give everyone mine. McAllister, Mount. We'll stick by my budget, and I can have structured payments as well. McAllister, Mount, Timber, and Asio, and I probably need a DM in there as well.
Wait, did I say Lavia? I fucked up because I said Ugarte. Why would I say Lavia?
You did. You bought Lavia and Ugarte now.
Okay, let's actually just fucking.
Well, we're actually gonna write it down now. We're actually gonna.
Yeah, just so we don't fuck up. So, my one is Caicedo, Ugarte, Inacio, and who would be my fourth if I signed Caicedo? And I'd say Quadio Kone, to be honest with you. So that's the 4 right there. And you can't change positions. So you have to name 3 midfielders and a centre back, Tom. We have Inacio the same.
Is it 4 or 5? Like if I make enough sales, can I buy a 5th?
Forget making sales. Just name your 5. Forget the sales because that just makes it long. So your 5th. So which position are we signing then? 5th. Who the fuck would I sign as the 5th signing?
I've got my 5 drawn up.
Okay, let me tell you my signing. Okay, let me tell you my 5.
Mm-hmm.
Caicedo, Ugarte, Inacio, Quadio Kone, Spolotsai.
Right, okay. My 5 are McAllister, one of Mount or Szoboszlai.
You have to choose. You have to choose.
Whichever one's available.
Choose. They're both available. Choose.
Mount.
Bastard.
Mount more proven. It's better as well because you've gone Szoboszlai, I've gone Mount. It's better for the poll.
Yes.
Inacio, Timber, Thuram.
Timber, Thuram. Oh, so you're going 2 centre backs.
Yeah, because I reckon if push came to shove, I could use Timber as a DM. And I think he'd probably be.
So if you could do okay, so basically, who your 3 in midfield are McAllister, Mount, and Thuram.
Mm-hmm.
My 3 in midfield are Caicedo, Ugarte, and Spolotsai. You know I'm about to whoop your ass on this.
Where's Kone? Where's Kone in there?
No, but I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, your midfield might be better, but
I'm saying we can even agree on the centre backs. I have no problem with us signing both Timber and Inacio.
No, but you're not getting. You can't afford both of those. You can afford both of them in my one.
But how can I afford them?
Szoboszlai 70, Caicedo 70.
Okay, McAllister is 60, Thuram's 60.
Okay. Mount's 45.
Oh, 45 now. 45
50,
now.
45, 50, 45.
50, 45. Don't lie.
So what does that
Don't lie, Thomas Little. Don't lie.
Yes, he's not. Mason Mount is not going to cost you £60 million. I can promise you that.
What? Okay, listen. Fuck the budget. I'm just going to start a poll now. Caicedo, Ugarte, Spolotsai, McAllister, Mount, Thuram. That's it. Simple. Because we can agree on the centre backs. I have no problem.
Again, though, my one gets fucked over because mine doesn't have a natural DM. Because my natural DM was coming from Timber.
Okay,
then we need to see all 5.
Timber and Thuram. Okay,
we need to see all 5.
Okay, no problem. We agree on Inacio, so no need to put.
We agreed on Inacio, so it's what Timber, Thuram, Mount, McAllister. Versus,
is there enough letters in this?
You can do like Macca, Mount, Timber, Thuram. Like you don't need to write all of McAllister.
Don't worry, here I got it. So Kone, who's the difference between us? Okay.
You've got Kone, you've got Caicedo, you've got Ugarte, you've got Szoboszlai. I've got. Mount,
actually, you know why there's no need to add Timber? Because let's just say it's a DM anyway on a centre back. Like honestly, I don't think that the 3 in midfield are the one that matters. I'm not
taking my Timber. You're not taking my Timber. I want to see your 5.
Fair enough.
Quadio Kone in there versus my 5.
So I'm going Mac for you.
Mm-hmm.
Thuram, Timber, and who's the 4th? Mount.
Mount.
Ask your community, and I'm about to ask this on Twitter as well, where your ass is gonna get ruined on that application.
Okay.
You know it. Okay. Same way, by the way, I beat you in the last poll. You know, by the way, I beat you 65-35. Hold.
Mm-hmm. You said it was gonna be an absolute whitewash, and it wasn't. It was actually quite.
This one needs to be a whitewash.
This one needs to be a whitewash.
Caicedo, Kone, Spolotsai, Ugarte versus Mac, Thuram, Timber, and Mount. What are we doing here? if anyone's voting for Tom's one, you're just trolling. So I'm just gonna post it on Twitter without any like extra sauce. Let's just run through the super chats while they vote. Klopp can go. Tom's gonna go vote on his 10 accounts now. You're such an asshole. Can you not do that? Can you just be honest? Be
I don't
honest.
have Stan accounts. I'm reading through Twitter. I want to see the results already.
Klopp can go. He's gone in 2 years. My point is we need to focus on the bigger issue. We start changing manager with the same owners, call us Spurs 2.0. No. I agree with you. That's why I said I am FSG out. I am not Klopp out. I back Jurgen Klopp. I'm not anti-Klopp. I'm anti-FSG. But all I'm saying is there comes a point in time, my brother, Mr. Sinclair, even though I'm Klopp Defense League and FSG out, so me and you agree on 90% of the things. My thing is, my brother, like there comes a point in time where you just have to start racking up league titles. We can't sit up here and keep doing we challenge, let's all hug each other. I'm just being real, bro. I'm being real. Chambe says, tell me who did Barca arrest against Man U? They arrested like Balde. There was a couple of players.
Wasn't Balde injured? I think Balde was injured.
No, he wasn't. He came on.
Oh, was he
The
not?
thing is,
Who was it who got Pedri got injured? That was one. Pedri was injured.
I don't think this matters because the whole point of the Barca Dortmund example was they lost in Europe and it didn't affect their momentum. They ended up winning anyway. So that was the point of that whole Barca thing. Qusay says, hello, comrades. Hello, Qusay. Genuinely believe it will take us an ideal season to beat City for the league. Injuries to City is the only way we can take them out. I disagree with us. I don't think it's injuries to City. I think we can beat them. And we've just shown mathematically, Qusay, that we can beat them. Even with Tom's negative ass, we're literally just 1 point behind Man City. With him being extra negative. On 4 games that we could realistically at least win one of them, we win that league. So that's why I'm showing it's just being realistic. Alfredo says, brother, have some shame. You just drew to Aston Villa. They stopped a dangerous Liverpool winning run. Top 4 is your realistic objective next year. It's not realistic at all.
It's not. The realistic objective is a title challenge. What I want is a win, but the realistic objective is a title challenge, not top 4. Top 4 is a disappointment of a season.
Thank you. And I'll tell you why. I am right now, without my summer signings, 3 points behind top 4. I'm literally 3 points behind top 4 as things stand. So my objective for next season should be being 3 points better off. Is that it? So I have to go sign McAllister, this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, just so I can have 3 points better off. You're the one that's being unrealistic, not me. That's just way too low. Husam speculating again. Football is a crazy sport. Anything can happen. Yeah, anything can happen. We could be sat here Premier League champions. Remember when Watford smacked us 3-0? Klopp not winning another Prem. Listen, selection. I know, you're crying because De Zerbi's in the Europa League. And not in the Champions League. I know you're crying tears of sadness every day at night. You go hug your pillow and you cry that Roberto De Zerbi is not a Champions League manager. But it's unfortunate for you. It's very unfortunate. De Zerbi is going to have to hold that in the same competition as Klopp in the third pot, though. So good luck to him. And second of all, that season we did lose 3-0 to Watford. But guess what? We won all the other games. And we're sat here. Premier League winners, and I back us to do that. So big up to you, selection, though. Thank you so much for the super chat. Danny. Husam, everything you're saying is based on hope, not reality. You said City want to do a 4-peat, just like when you said they want to win the UCL on the terrace. By the way, Forza Inter, it's a possibility. The egg theory says that Inter are going to win the Champions League. Second of all...
Sam, it's like the dog. It's like the fucking dog on TikTok.
Don't worry about it. How's it based? Listen, dogs are assholes anyway, and I don't like dogs. How is it not based in reality? Liverpool are going to have 1 game a week because I don't think any of the serious players are going to come out in the Europa League probably until even March. Because if we win our Europa League group, by the way, it's a bye to the round of 16 as well. So that's another layer that people are missing. If we sign the right players and they're Premier League proven, our midfield immediately improves tenfold. We've got the spine in the manager and the 5-6 players who have been there, done that. So I'm not even basing it on hope or me being the Liverpool version of Ty. I'm being completely realistic. But I'm being realistic with a pinch of optimism. He's being realistic with a pinch of, pessimism. And it's okay, we can disagree. But I'm saying, look, this is something me and Tom can agree on together, right? Let me tell you. Based on watching this Liverpool side under Jurgen Klopp since he came in, I think me and Tom both can tell you within 7-8 games what Liverpool really are on. I think that's reality. I think you can come to me game week 7, game week 8, and I tell you Are Liverpool serious or are they not serious? Within 10 games, if we've won 9, drawn 1, if we've won 9, lost 1 even, I'd be sat there going like, no, this team really wants this league. But within 10 games, if we've sat there, won even let's even put a high number, 1-7, drew 2, lost 1, we're not winning the league. I think me and Tom would both agree on that. Do you agree, Tom?
What if we start the season like we did this season, we're not winning the league?
This season we didn't win 7 out of 10.
Oh, so if we don't win all 10, we're not winning the league.
Do you agree that within 10 games you can tell if Liverpool are going to win it or not? Like, are they serious or not, basically?
I don't say you can tell if you're going to win it, but you can tell if we're going to be up there.
Yeah, if we're like on it or not. That's basically what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
Kone
you
and
can
Ugarte in midfield together, haha, agree. This is how I know Selection is a hater. Selection is a big hater. Let me tell you how I know. Selection is the biggest hater of Kefren Turam on earth. Selection don't like Kefren Turam at all. He sees Kefren Turam in Tom's 4, and he comes to me and he tells me, oh, Husam, your 4 is the problem. You know, if I post these 4 on Twitter, you know that this guy would get annihilated. You know this, right? You know that he would get
I know because I have Mason Mount and people don't like Mason Mount.
But it's not even okay, it's not even Mount. Caicedo or McAllister.
Different types of players.
You can only have one, Tom. Caicedo or McAllister.
I don't know. Probably McAllister. We need both, really. We actually do really need both.
He just loves to like not answer the question. Can you just answer? I'm gonna be real for the next ones. Be real. Comment section, get involved. Caicedo or McAllister?
I'm not sure. I'll just edge it to Caicedo.
Okay, fair.
We need both.
Okay, no problem. I'm saying Caicedo as well. Now, let's go to step 2. Comment section, get involved. This is how we're going to dunk on this guy's ass right here, right now. Timber as the DM or Ugarte as the DM? Timber versus Ugarte. You can only have one, guys. Comment section. Don't write me your life stories. Timber or Ugarte. Choose one now. You will see the comment section about to just Ugarte from here till a different country. It's going to be Ugarte, Ugarte.
100%. It's going to be Ugarte who wins. I prefer the flexibility of Timber.
Okay, no problem. So I'm up to.
I didn't even run with an actual DM. I'm running back with the bean.
Okay, no problem. I'm up 2-0. Let's continue to dunk on your head top.
Are you playing Caicedo as an 8 or a 6?
I'm playing as an 8, of course.
Oh no, then I'm going McAllister. I thought you were playing Caicedo next to Trent.
Brother, it doesn't fucking. Can you just stop being a tactical?
No, it doesn't matter.
You lost via people's votes anyway, so that's the thing.
No, so I didn't know. Right, run it back. McAllister is the 8 or Caicedo is the 8 because maybe people were voting for Caicedo alongside Trent.
No, I'm going Caicedo as the 8 as well.
Left centre mid. Who do you want out of McAllister?
No, Caicedo's playing on the right.
So then, who's your left centre mid?
Or on the left, whatever. He can play both. I'm gonna be real with you. He's so good.
Okay, so McAllister or Caicedo was an 8. What people say?
By the way, Ugarte won by a landslide against Timber as well.
I'm not asked. Ugarte can.
This is what I'm saying, Mr. Sinclair. Like, I don't know why he's acting like Caicedo's a 6 now. He's not a 6.
Moises Caicedo cannot play 10. Moises Caicedo
can play 8 with ease. Okay.
Maybe, but he's not.
Next vote. Spalletti versus Mason Mount. Comment section.
I haven't watched as much as I can't say his name. Dominic. That's his first name, and it's Dominic. I haven't watched as much as Dom. So I know what Mason Mount can give me, and I think that's what this team needs.
No problem. Let's see if the comment section knows. Comment.
I'm more than happy to be educated on Szoboszlai or however you say his name.
Oh, Selection voted for me. This is how I know you're shit. And you know Amin, who's Messi FC reincarnated, said Mount. Tells you all you need to know. Spalletti. See? You know X is a Chelsea fan. He just said money Mace because he wants us to buy him. See? Dominic, Spalletti.
There's a lot of
Amin repeated, X repeated. And now the final vote. And this is going to shock you now. Kefren Turam versus Kwadio Kone. Comment section. This is where you just fully lose like 4-0.
Oh, people are going to go Claudio Kone over Thuram, even though Thuram was just a better player.
Claudio Kone over Thuram? Absolutely. Kone, Thuram. Kone, Thuram, Kone. That's tough, Kone. It's more Kones. Kone, Thuram. Kone.
Thuram is much more technically astute.
Kone. Zaid says Gallagher for no reason. I love how Gallagher is just in there for no reason whatsoever. My midfield, my summer that I just said is objectively better than yours.
Yours, probably. I don't know enough about Szoboszlai or however you say his name.
Bro, fuck Spalletzai. You can take Spalletzai out. How about that? Let's take Spalletzai Mount out.
I'm just explaining my side of it.
Okay.
I know what Mount can give me. I don't know what Szoboszlai can give me. Maybe if I knew more about Szoboszlai, I get him. I just don't know enough about him. I haven't watched him enough. I know he's good though. McAllister and Caicedo. I would have Caicedo as the 6. I wouldn't have him as the 8 ahead of McAllister. Thuram Kone.
McAllister is literally a ball carrier, Tom. Caicedo is so much more than that. So much more.
If you're putting all of Alexis McAllister's ability down to a ball carrier, I might as well just put all of Caicedo's down to a fucking ball winner. See how pointless it is? You take away half the bet.
No, Alexis McAllister said the profile in general.
Alexis McAllister's profile is not a ball carrier.
What's his profile then?
It's an aspect of his game, but he's so adept in the final third. You can't
name his profile.
I can't. There's not a name for a profile. You just know.
He's complete. I agree. He's complete, but he's a complete ball carrier, bro. Like you don't understand. He's someone who's gonna play the genie role, but better. Do you agree?
He's someone who's gonna play a more advanced version of the role, which is what.
But better, better than genie. I agree with you. I don't know why we're fighting.
Husam, I can sit there and say every left centre is gonna be a version of the genie role because that's just the system.
No, but I'm saying but better, meaning I think he'll play it better than Gini. I just called him better than Jorginho Wijnaldum. How can you be upset at that?
Because you categorize him as a ball carrier. Ball carrier is not one of the top
in the Liverpool system, Tom. It's gonna be Trent. That's gonna be the deep lying playmaker, the right central midfield and the left central midfield. Both. This is what many people struggle to understand. Both RCM and LCM have to be offensive. Tom knows this.
Yeah,
they both have to be offensive, not just one.
They both have to be offensive, but in different ways.
No, I agree, but
I think the left centre mid. I think the left centre mid has to be more adept at operating through the middle because of the way that our left wingers are going to play. So, whereas with Salah, I don't want Salah hugging touchline at all because he's a Premier League fucking golden boot winner 3 times. Diaz, Jota, they all are better as wingers when they start out on touchline first. So then I need McAllister or whoever's at left centre mid to be able to sit in the middle while they're waiting to get the ball out wide. Then they can float. Whereas Mount or Szoboszlai or whoever, I just need them to go be their go sit them down when they walk through that door, put on Mark Albrighton 2015-16 skills, tricks, highlights, and tell him watch what he does on that touchline. That's what I need you to do. Up and down, up and down.
Tom, I want to continue speaking. So I won the first poll 63%. Now the second poll, because we've both presented our arguments. Does the Europa League matter? For me, my choice is gonna be no, win the Premier League. And your choice is gonna be all competitions matter. Fair?
No, my choice is win the Europa League because the Prem isn't guaranteed.
Win Europa, Prem not guaranteed. Okay, happy? Okay, so we have started the other poll. If you guys choose Europa over Prem, honestly, you guys need help. So I've just made up the second poll.
Are you going to choose a guaranteed trophy or a slightly better chance at winning a league title?
The Prem is guaranteed if we play our starting 11 every week. But again, there's a good comment here.
It's not the way.
Listen, I'm not about to open up this can of worms at 1 hour and a half into the video. About last show. Great super chat, by the way, Qusay. Thank you so much, Habibi. I partly agree with Tom. Jones recycling the ball, working hard, good bench player, nothing more. Tom, behave, please. Kurdish went too far. What are you saying, Tom? On the whole Curtis thing.
No, but that's all I said. Curtis Jones is 6th choice midfield. I don't know why people think I'm like pushing for Curtis Jones to be first choice next year.
He's agreeing with you, by the way.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean behave? All I said was everything you said. Like, I don't want him to start next year. I think he may well do because that's how Klopp is, but I don't want him to. I
Could
think
this
what he should
behave be
be.
talking about something else that has nothing to do with this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because I don't know how he's agreeing with you then telling you to behave. Like, that's the part I don't get. Osai, can you just clarify, even in a regular comment, so we could let him to respond to you? Hello, Tom Little. Your bestie has a message. You're going to read it out.
Oh, hello, selection. Saram's more technically what? Take that back. PMP is all that brother has. Man said complete ball carrier. That's on you, actually, that Husam. My Taram stuff I've got off like the. I don't think Taram is all pace and power. I think he's more physical than Kone, but I also think he's got a bit of tech about him.
How are you making this about me?
Because I'd never called Taram a complete ball carrier, did I?
You just said that.
I never. You were the one who
You
called.
just said Thuram's more technically sound. Don't lie.
Yeah.
We have the
No.
tape.
Yeah. But I never called him a complete ball carrier. You called McAllister the complete ball carrier. So that second part is about you.
PNP. No, I think he's talking about Thuram.
No, because I never called him a complete ball carrier. It says man said complete ball carrier. Selection. Get in the comments and tell. Was that second part on about me with
Yeah,
Taram
so we can
or
address
him
it
with
properly.
McAllister?
And this is Qusay's clarification. Did you make it out like Curtis Jones should be starting?
No, Curtis Jones shouldn't be starting. And I've never said Curtis Jones should be starting. He should be 6th choice, and that is his. That's the top of his. Like that may well be his ceiling at Liverpool, which is fine.
I can't lie. Me and Tom agree on this one, brother. 6th choice.
Selection. I knew it was about him.
Choice.
I knew it was about
you
him.
and Tom have created this bestie relationship.
knew
Now
it was
you
about
fucking
him.
have the fucking wavelengths going for you guys as well, bro. Tom, okay, so which part is about you then? Where's
The
the
first
you part?
part. So Taram's more technically what? Take that back. PMP is all that brother has. That's about
Okay,
me.
so that's you.
You're the ones about you is when you said McAllister's profile was a complete ball carrier.
But that is his profile, though. He's a complete midfielder. Okay, this is okay. You ask me now, Husam. Okay, let's cut the crap here. Husam, what can McAllister do? I tell you, McAllister can do a bit of everything, but he's probably gonna play the role of a ball carrier at Liverpool Football Club. Meaning, and as I said LCM, RCM both are gonna be offensive for us. So I'm not saying he's just gonna pass the ball, as in he's gonna get involved in the final.
That is limiting down. That is.
But he's gonna be more of a
limiting down.
controller as well, like.
Yeah, so then he's not a ball carrier then, because you don't ball carriers aren't controllers. Would you say Ilkay Gundogan's a ball carrier?
This is what you're saying, basically.
Well, yeah, because we all sit there and say
is a lesser version of Gundogan.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I think he can be at that level, but yeah, Gundogan's got more on his CV sort of thing. But we don't sit there and call Ilkay Gundogan a complete ball carrier, do we? He's an all-round midfielder.
Okay, all-round.
all-round
I'm happy
midfielder.
to call McAllister all-round midfielder, but I just think Caicedo's better, regardless.
I think, again, ability is a tough thing. I think Caicedo is a...
Caicedo's so fucking good, Tom. And you know what makes Caicedo extra good? He actually plays inverted right back as well sometimes. Like, can you imagine? Like, we need to... No, but deep this, Tom, right? We need to rest Trent in a game. We play fucking Caicedo inverted right back. How unbelievable is that? Be honest.
But then we're fucked again in another position because we haven't bought well enough. So
And that's where Quadio Kone comes in to take over the Caicedo role when Caicedo covers for Trent as a right back. See how I am just elite.
I don't sit there. I don't think Caicedo and Kone are the same type of player.
I don't think they are either.
I think you'd experience a bit drop off in terms of the quality.
100%. But we can rest Trent for a game and play Caicedo inverted right. That'd be so beautiful. Let me check the results.
What's this poll saying?
Yeah, before we wrap it up. The second poll. Wow, 62% say win Europa, Prem not guaranteed.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm disappointed, you guys. Disappointed. I prevented such a good case as well. We even did the mathematics. Mathematically speaking, if you add 8 wins out of 10, we're Premier League winners.
You done the mathematics But just for us, you didn't include any factors from Manchester City. So it's a bit of a flawed argument. My
You're
argument
saying
was
City
just,
is going to get better. I don't think they will next season.
I think we'll just say
After
possibly they
3,
will.
Tom. After 3.
Because the same squad that won 1 isn't the same squad now.
Do you like pizza?
No.
Do you like burgers?
Yes.
What's your favorite?
Fuck, it's a tough one, that one.
Fast food, let's say. McDonald's, Burger King.
No, go for like a cheese and bacon burger. That's probably up there.
Okay, so if I gave you that today, how happy would you be?
Quite happy.
If I give it to you tomorrow, how happy would you be?
Still quite happy.
If I give it to you the 3rd day,
Still quite happy because it's still nice.
4th day, you would refuse to eat that. You know,
No,
you're
I'd
gonna
still
get
eat it.
bored.
I don't get bored of eating a nice food in the same way. But again, this is very different. The same squad that won that first
But
title.
Pep compared it to caviar, though. Like,
again,
you know, your Haaland point is a very good one. Your Haaland point, I'll give you that. The Haaland one is a very good point. I think but here's where Tom, other players around him, like is what I'm saying. Like Ederson, Walker, Ake, you know, Rodri, Bernardo, these guys, KDB, who have just like fucking been there all this time.
Okay, so yeah, that's fine, and I hear that. But I want to go look at the squad that won the first one. Let me just
Who,
find
for
it
City,
here.
you mean, or for us?
Yeah, so the one that won it in 2021, the start of this 3 run. Kyle Walker, Ederson, Kyle Walker, Ruben Diaz, John Stones, Nathan Ake, Raheem Sterling, Ilkay Gundogan, Gabriel Jesus, Sergio Aguero, Zinchenko, Stefan, Laporte, Rodri, De Bruyne, Bernardo, Ferran Torres, Fernandinho, Riyad Mahrez, Cancelo, Foden.
There's about 15 players.
So then I look at who's been rumoured to leave Manchester City this summer.
Gundogan,
Bernardo Silva, Aymeric Laporte.
No, but they won't let both go. Be smart, Tom. We have to be real also. One of them is staying.
Why would they not let both Bernardo
Tom,
and Laporte go?
One of them is staying, man. What are we doing here?
Why would they not let both Laporte and Bernardo go? It's not like they play in the same
position.
position.
I'm saying Bernardo Gundogan. So we have to reduce by one.
Okay, they probably keep Gundogan then.
Okay, no problem.
We'll keep Gundogan. Bernardo, Aymeric Laporte, Joao Cancelo.
Okay, that's 3.
They're the 3 that are definitely... So out of that squad that won it, they're the 3 that are definitely leaving. Zinchenko's already left. Aguero's already left. Jesus already left. Sterling's already left. Who else? Ferran Torres already left. Fernandinho's already left.
Okay, let's just count.
So now you're looking at what was
this is which year? Sorry, just again.
2021, the COVID year, when we had all the centre back injuries.
2021, right? Okay, so let's just. Okay, so let's just make this a lot easier, right? This is how we're gonna make this easier for everyone. Let's count the players who are already who are gonna like stay. Okay, so you've got Walker, Diaz, Stones, Ake, Gundogan, Rodri, KDB. We said we counted Gundogan, so we're not gonna count Bernardo. We're not gonna say that guy's name. Mahrez,
and Ederson and
Foden. That's 10.
So that's 10 players. Not all of them are week in, week out starters. And now we need to go look at this squad that's coming up next year. That is, do you know why I'm saying now it's not the same group of players? When winning gets old, it's because the same group of players running it back and running it back and running it back, and eventually they just go, fuck it, I can't do it anymore. Yes. This is a different group of Manchester City. Nathan Ake, yes, he won the title that year. He wasn't starting every game. Kyle
you
Walker
make a fair argument
every game, but Kyle Walker won't be starting every game next year.
Do you think my math is mathing, if you're being real? Because even in your scenario where we added only 8 wins,
win as many points on a good season, where everything goes our way, I believe we can get your 10 wins that you're saying that we can. But
the truth, by the way, the truth is actually in between me and you. If we get 9, we win the league. It's not 8 or 10. 9 is we win the league.
But I just think this City squad isn't ready to throw. I think after 4 is when they go.
I'm not saying throw it away though. Like, look, within 10 games, right? If City have dropped points in 3 games, and we haven't, we won like straight 10. That's when I know like we're fucking on this, type thing.
But I don't think we win the first 10 of the season.
I'm saying if. I'm just saying if. But by the way, me and Tom,
I don't judge by the start of the season. Manchester City always starts slower. And then
Yes,
they
but
say
what's
they're
the
runners
difference
for the
between us
league.
and Arsenal? If we have that much of a big gap, come April time, we're winning that bastard.
The
Come
last
on, man.
time, again, though, like bar 1920, which was an extreme circumstance. The last two times we've had a gap on City, we haven't held on.
No, when's the last two times? So it's only happened once.
2021, not last season because we were never in front of them last season. So the year where we had no
Oh,
centre
he's actually
backs,
counting the injury season. You're so fucking
and
shameless.
then
No, but
18,
you can't
19,
don't be disingenuous.
and 18, 19.
18-19 was before we won the first title, so we hadn't had that experience yet. No, but Tom, I'm being real, bro. You're counting the fucking center back season, and you're the one doing that face. You bastard.
Why
Have
can I
some
not
sense.
count 18, 19?
Because that was before us having experience in winning the league. It's different. You know what's different? Look at selection. He has to be fucking edgy. Oh, I'm Tom's bestie. Caicedo inverting in our system would be bad. He doesn't have Trent's IQ offensive wise. Thank you, Sherlock Holmes. I love you, selection, you know? And forever. People like you, people like Vic, people who like Ryan, people like Qusay, people who always support the channel, Chombe, Morshin, blah, 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 these guys. You know, I like Felipe. I love you all. You know, I love everyone who sends in a super chat, honestly, because you guys are spending your hard-earned money to support the channel. And it pays off to Tom's instant noodle jar. So I love you, honestly. But at the end of the day, like selection, you just love being edgy. Of course, Caicedo is not going to be as good as Trent. You are 100% right. But I never argued that. I'm just saying, in that scenario that we do sign Caicedo, we won't. In that scenario, if we needed to fucking play Caicedo there once to rest Trent, no one's going to sit here and cry. Are you going to cry, Tom?
I don't know. Maybe if he's that bad, I will do.
Yeah, but anyway, he won't be that bad. By the way, selection. I love you, man. Listen, let's wrap it up here. I can't believe you guys actually voted for Europa League, man. You guys stink, honestly. But anyway,
Because you're
love
acting
you anyway.
like we're going to win the league guaranteed when all of us know we'd love to, but it's not a guarantee. We need to
What's
take the
being
guarantees
edgy
away.
even mean? You and Tom.
I'm not edgy. I'm realistic.
You know what I need? I actually need to get selection on a YouTube stream this summer, inshallah, with Tom Little. I just want like me and a subscriber versus Tom and selection. Tom, would you be down to do that? No need to use camera. Husam and someone versus Tom and selection. Are you down in selection? Let us know before we wrap it up.
But me and selection don't agree on everything.
You listen, you're the new besties now of this whole Twitterverse. Like every time I bring you on, he's in the comment section doing cheerleader, pom-poms. All for it. Okay,
He's
perfect.
just slagged off me to Ram shows.
But he agreed with the other three. That's the sad part. So he agreed with the other three. You know, he said Timber over Ugarte as the DM. He was the only one in the comments who said that as well, Bozo. But anyway, big up to you guys for tuning in. As always, Husam's 100% right, Tom's 100% wrong, but it is what it is on these shows. You know, I have to school Tom. I love doing it. Make sure you guys slap the like button. Make sure you all subscribe.
Who was more right today? People in the comments. Who
By
was more right
definition, me.
today? Who was more right today?
Because I won the poll 67%, you won it 63%. So by definition, I was more right.
But
Numbers lie, don't lie.
We spent less time on your one.
No, we didn't. We spoke for it's 1 hour and 40 minutes. You know, this is a movie. Like, see? Hold that again. Make sure you guys slap the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. Big up to Danny, Up the Reds Selection, my brother. I appreciate you as always. Alfredo, Qusay, Kurdish, Mr. Sinclair. Big up to you. Emily, David, Felipe, Chombe. Big up to all of you guys for the super chats. See? The subscribers agree. What can I say? The subscribers
Okay,
agree.
so what about the next three, Husam? Or next four? Sorry, can you go through the next four, please?
The next three here. Husam.
No.
He just spelled it wrong.
Cameron, thank you. KG1, thank you. Proud to be Geordie, thank you.
KG1
Ossie,
is a
thank
United fan. Jordi is a Newcastle fan.
Iman, thank you. Albert, thank you. Pablo, thank you. Robert, thank you. Crispy, thank you. See? I had people back.
You know why this is funny? Albert is calling me a bully. Albert, you be dunking on people's head tops at the halftime show as well. Well, like Albert. Anyway, Tom, let people know where they can find you, bro.
Tom over the one on YouTube, Twitter. I nearly got to a whole fucking stream.
Ernie, big up Ernie. Hey, don't cuss Ernie out. She's the good one. Go on, Tom.
Tom over the one on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, the works. potential things in the line with bigger companies regarding articles and writing, so keep your eye out for that.
You can
Because
write?
more people want to hear about my opinions.
Tom, you can write. I'm so impressed.
Wow, thank you for
No, don't take it that way. I'm not saying write as an illiterate. I'm saying as in write articles.
Yeah, if you're not seen, my first one, I nailed Cody Gakpo man of the match against Manchester United.
No,
as
why
a
didn't you
prediction
send me
thing.
that?
I put it on Twitter.
Brother, I follow 900 people. You think your tweets fucking show
Wow,
up?
you don't even have my notifications on. Fuck you. Wow.
Oh, I'm supposed to have your notifications on.
Wow.
So when you get into a random fight with a 50-year-old top red who's telling you shouldn't banter Naby Keita, I'm supposed to get that notification.
Yes.
Wait, you have my notifications on?
No. But you should have mine on.
Hold that then. Who's the one who's lying? See, bozo. Anyway, listen. Me and Tom had a conversation pre-stream. Listen, there's guys I work with on this channel. Tom knows this. I'm very selective with the people I bring on. There used to be a lot of people we used to bring on as well that we stopped bringing on. So like with Tom Little, he makes multiple appearances because he's it. And I always slap this guy before every stream, tell him you need to go live more on his channel. And he has the plans as well for this summer. Tom's going to be very active in the summer. He's going to be very active on this channel as well, inshallah. I'm going to have to make my appearances on Tom Little's channel as well, but this asshole doesn't invite me. But other than that, make sure you go subscribe to his channel as well. He's a real one, and make sure you go support him as always. And it is not his birthday, Stratton. Don't end it like this. Just go subscribe to his channel as well. Big up to you, Mr. Sinclair. That's why I gave you
Make sure as well you're subscribing to this channel. All this content for free, daily, 2-3 times a day. And the least you can do is give them a subscribe. I haven't even checked the likes. We best be on at least 150 likes. At least 150.
Let's see if Tom's wishes are true. We are on 155. Whoa.
Just about.
Thank you, guys.
Gonna be some serious words then.
Thank you, man. See you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Call in, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. See you guys later, inshallah.